The tributes wake on the fleshy transit platform bolted from an infested megastructure. The air is wet, the walls breathe, spores drift like snow. At the center, a supply node, shock batons, scavenge rifles, few energy cells, medkits, cutting torches, and a sealed anti-spore respirator. You are not alone. The hive is hungry. The horn blares. Barrett immediately drags Lucas behind a half-collapsed crate stack. Don't grab shiny stuff first. Grab cover first. Lucas grins like he's at a theme park. Remember Rom moved like a practice unit, taking respirators and compact melee tools? Butterman yanks Bioro out of his traffic with a web line. Stick close. You're going to see goo moving. It's not goo. It's Cobb.
Ew.
Wario shoulder checks someone off a medkit bin and cackles while Eminem calmly scoops ammo with a knife, his eyes scanning. Conan tries diplomacy, fails in. Didn't you add that?
What?
Conan trying to be diplomatic.
No.
Conan tries diplomacy,
It's not
fails
Conan the
instantly.
Barbarian. It's
Oh,
Conan
okay.
O'Brien.
Oh. Grabs a short baton while Ripperoo deals grenades and laughs like a siren. Kamaru hesitates, then Scorch stomps forward like a walking bunker, taking heavy shield plate, thermite canister. Tiberius flourishes his blade and shouts something heroic. Spectre just steps in front of him and starts firing warning bursts. Bonjour! Gorilla Garage strides towards the center, like he owns the platform. Behind him, Ghost Leviathan coils in a walled cavern, opening its glowing body partially obscured by spore fog. Grodd's mental shove hits the crowd like a migraine, not domination, just sharp, nauseating pulse. Panic spreads. Drunk Spider-Man tries. Oh, it's drunk. Drunk Spider-Man tries to web a medkit, misses, and stumbling into a slick patch infested slime. Pop Fizz tosses a potion meant to boost him. The vial detonates into a bubbly chemical fog. It doesn't empower him, it reacts with the spores. The fog flashes, then collapses into a choking gel that coats lungs and throats. Pop Fizz coughs once. He tries to hop back, slips, lands face first into his own brew. His claws at his mouth, eyes bulging. Drunk Spidey, half panicked and half confused. His fumbles webbing too slow. Pop Fizz goes still.
Okay.
The pounding of the door finally splits. Infested growths burst through. The floor plates trembling. And the floor plates tremble. Blech. The platform isn't collapsing yet, but it's becoming a funnel. Everyone bolts into branching corridors. Grodd and Leviathan claim the largest tunnel leading to a cathedral-like hive cavern. Barrett and Lucas head into maintenance ducts. Lucas already placing tripwires made of torn cable. Rem and Ron take the mid-level walkway where sight lines are clean. Spider-Man and Leorio swing low through pipe gardens and stay mobile. Kamaru and Scorch chooses choke point with a single entrance. Scorch plants a thermite canister as a last resort. Eris at night is worse because the sound carries. Every footstep echoes through wet tunnels. Lucas and Baird. Baird rigs motion sensors, or motion trigger lights, and crude noisemakers using scrap circuitry. Lucas giggles, adding a hidden spike made of rebar. Why is Spider-Man not crossfaded? A crossfaded Spider-Man and Mr. Game and Watch camp in a narrow alcove. Spidey alternates between paranoid whispering and sudden confidence. So there's normal Spider-Man, drunk Spider-Man, and crossfaded.
Correct.
Okay. Is there a high Spider-Man as well?
No. Just those
Okay.
three.
Wario and Eminem roam instead of camping, leading quietly. Eminem eyes are sharp. Wario's greed is louder than he thinks. They hear humming, not music, no scraping. They back off. It's Pyramid Head.
That was immediately what I thought too.
The morning brings a new hazard. Spore gusts that blow through open caverns. Anyone without respirator starts coughing, eyes watering, aim ruined. Conan and Ripperoo stumble onto Wario and Eminem near a broken bridge over an infested pit. Conan tries to talk. Hey, no need, Wario interrupts. Give me your stuff! Ripperoo doesn't wait. He lobs a grenade. Eminem reacts instantly, yanking Wario behind a pillar. The blast blows the bridge, remains supports. The bridge collapses to chunks. Conan scrambles back safe. Ripperoo, laughing, hops forward, throws another. The floor gives way. He drops into the pit below. Dead.
Damn.
Conan stands frozen, suddenly quiet. Okay, he whispers, no more bits. Wario laughs like it's a win. Eminem doesn't. Eminem watches the shadows where Ripperoo vanished. Rem and Ram, on a nearby ledge, witness the chaos and pull Conan out of the area before Wario decides he's next. It's not kindness, it's strategy. A huge open cavern, glowing tendrils, hanging pods become temporary safe zones because of the multiple exits. Bad assumption. Garrod steps into the cavern and projects a short-range psychic pulse, not control, just intimidation. Several duos freeze. Ghost of Ice surges forward, mouth opening like a glowing tunnel. People scatter. Tiberius and Spectre are sprinting across the cavern edge when Leviathan's wake slams them into them like a wave. The Spectre is heavy and rigid, can't recover footing, and slicks into fetid resin. It slides, sparks flying straight towards the drop. Tiberius grabs an arm unit and strains, healing digging into the slime. Leviathan head swings, one snap bite, clean and brutal, crushes Spectre's torso and ribs, drags it into the darkness.
Shit. The Spectre from Black Ops.
It was Timefall. Just as a robot.
Yeah.
Bobot. I don't. Pulsating corridors periodically close, forcing fights and detours. Spored tides roll through open caverns, draining stamina and blurring vision. Infested environmental hazards, not contestants, lash out as if lingered near. The ghost of Leviathan becomes more territorial, but still bound to large chambers. Rem and Ram, the twins move in lockstep along the ribbed causeway. When walls flex inwards, they don't panic. Rem anchors, Rem scouts ahead, timing the pulse. Their teamwork keeps them ahead of the surge. Spider-Man's web ceilings tendons to keep pathways open for a second longer. Leorio barks directions, dragging wounded stragglers out of the spore fumes. They save energy by moving only when the hive exhales. Barrett reroutes powers from dead console to electrify narrow crawl spaces. Lucas adds a crude flourish and an audible lure that mimics footsteps. The corridor seals behind them with a wet slam. Kamaru and Scorch bunker at choke point. Scorch vents a short thermite burst into cauterize creeping growth. Kamaru tries the pulse and yanks Scorch back just before this wall snaps shut. I'm surprised she managed to yank him back.
Yeah. She should not be able to do that.
You don't know how strong she is.
Not that fucking strong.
Let me read what it says for Scorch real quick.
Yeah, they do.
No, it doesn't know. I think it just like thinks it's a robot.
You see?
Freddie Mercury and Asmongold keep the spirits up. Freddie keeps the spirits up by calling cadence as spores roll in waves. Asmongold's quiet now, watches angles and counts breaths. Nothing important. Crossing a glossy bridge, the spore's tide rises. Cordovar throws a barrier to steady footing. Barrier holds, but the bridge itself softens, turning slick. The Horker charges instinctively to escape the tide. The bridge gives. Cordovar tries to pull him back with a controlled force tug. The Horker's weight snaps the surface. He slides into bellows once and drops into the feeding pit below. The hive seal over him. Horker dead fell into a pit of stomach.
Yeah.
The search doesn't stop at night. It accelerates. The The lured ship's footsteps approach, drunk Spider-Man coughing, vision swimming. He sees the light, steps in, the corridor snaps shut. Electricity arcs, not lethal by itself, but until the walls squeeze, panic, and misfired webs. A scream cut short. He got crushed
Dead?
and
Yeah,
electrocuted.
shit.
Conan trips as a wall clamps. A web yanks him clear. Spider-Man doesn't wait for thanks. He splits immediately. Mario and Eminem clash with... Jesus Christ, am I having a stroke? Clash with cross-faded Spider-Man. At the narrowing junction, Eminem keeps pressure with clean strikes. Wario bullies space. Cross-faded Spider-Man overcommits, tries the flashy web swing. The wall pulses early. Game & Watch flattens and escapes. Spider doesn't. He wedges, ribs cracking. Laughter turning into wet grasp as the hive seals him dead.
Darn.
God pushes his imitation too far, in a mid-sized chamber. The search answers. Leviathan, agitated, lashes his tail. Garrod stumbles, recovers, retreats with the Leviathan deeper into the cabins. Chapter 3. Air stabilizes after the surge, but the damage remains. Collapsed bridges, vertical drops, and long echoing galleries. Spider-Man, or Ren and Rom, those are the Twinks. The twins take high walkways overlooking bioreactor chambers. They test footing, count echoes, and mark safe angles. Ram scouts, Ram anchors. Their coordination is clean, emotionless, and effective. Spider-Man webs quick anchor points, turning vertical shafts to escape routes. Leorio patches a coughing survivor, non-combatant, just a random dude, and immediately pulls Spidey away. No good deed last here. Baird assembles a compact sentry from scrapped optics and a battery cell. Short range, loud, useful. Lucas plants bait lines that look obvious, hiding the real triggers 2 steps deeper. Scorch feels low. Kamaro insists on conservation, force them to ambush and withdraw tactics. They choose a ribbed corridor with a single blind bend. Freddy keeps them moving, calling rhythm to time breaths before its spore gust. Asmongold watches corners, doesn't argue. Eminem and Wario hunt quieter routes. Eminem leads listening. Wario complains, then follows, greed tempered by fear. Conan stops joking. He sticks to shadowed maintenance rails, moving only when the hide inhales. Game & Watch skitters through the seams others can't fit, avoiding fights by being inconvenient. They hold a grand nave. Grodd and Ghost Leviathan hold a grand nave. White arcs, long sightlines. Grodd projects intimidation to keep challengers at base. The Leviathan circles lethal but not concentrated. So no, Tiberius stalks for combat movement too loudly. His blades flash, his footfalls echo. Football. Lucas and Baird traps claims the star. Freddie Mercury and Asmongold push through the maintenance bay to bypass Grodd's territory. Freddie hums softly, out of habit. A light flickers on. Asmongold shouts, "Stop!" The floor plate drops. Freddie stumbles and catches ledge, smiles even now. I've had worse crowds, he said. The second trigger snaps immediately. The wall compresses. Freddy is pinned hard against the rib strut. The pressure crushes breath before bone.
Goddamn.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Conan slips into cool de sac and finds himself face to face with Wario. Don't know what that is. Hey, big guy, let's. Wario charges him. Eminem flanks, calm and precise. Conan runs. Almost makes it. Eminem throws a short blade, clean and professional. Conan collapses, bleeding out.
Shit.
A controlled noise approaches. Tiberium. Searches.
Yeah.
Scorch vents a measured thermite burst at the corner, not to kill, just a forced movement. Corner shouts to draw him in. Tiberius lunges, blades high. Scorch slams him with the shield blast, sending him skidding into the resin. Komaro fires a stunner. Tiberius drops, alive but incapacitated. Scorch raises his weapon. Komaro stops him though. They disarm him and move on.
Alright.
He loves his blades.
They're gone.
Spider-Man and Leorio probe Groud's premonitor. Groud answers with focus, psychic shove, short range, disorienting. Spider-Man staggers, but webs a pillar, steadying them both. That's scary. The Ghost of Iceland surges, chasing movement through a narrow conduit, too narrow. The hive reacts, the ceiling flexes, bone spines drop, the Leviathan thrashes, wedges, glowing heights, scraping resin. Grodd roars, trying to pull it free, too late. A massive collapse spears down, the Leviathan glow dims as the tunnel seal, crushing and suffocating the beast.
Darn. Evil map.
Asmongold stalks the maiden trails where Freddy died. He's quiet now, focused. He finds Lucas and Baird's signature work, scrap welds, false seams. He waits. Rem and Ram, the sisters, moves to Ulceri Bridge. Ram anchors the far side. Ram advances, testing every plank. They're hunting, not recklessly, but decisively. Spider-Man and Leorio. They skirt the bioreactor spine, saving energy. Spidey's instincts tug, danger ahead, but Leorio spots something else. Game and watch slipping between seams.
Forgot about that guy.
Scorch has one remaining thermite burst left. Komaro insists they save it for an exit, not a fight. They take up behind a ribbed column near the throne nave. Wario and Eminem step onto the Ulceri Bridge, just as Rem and Ram emerge on the opposite end. Stand still. Ram raises her mace. Turn back! Wario laughs and charges. Eminem curses and falls. Too late to stop it now. Ram meets Wario head-on. The impact rattle bone rails. Rem darts in precise. Strikes at joints and footing. Eminem circles, looking for angle. The bridge groans. Wario overcommits, slipping on slick resin. Ram slams him down. The bridge central strut snaps. Eminem grabs Wario's arm, but the weight's too much. Wario falls screaming, cursing all the way down to the spore chasm below.
Yeah.
Asmongold finally springs his counter-ambush in the maintenance bay. He triggers Lucas's own lure from a distance. Lucas grins. They realize the timing is wrong. Asmongold rushes in, smashing Lucas into a control panel. Lucas laughs, trying to reach for a dead man switch. Asmongold doesn't give him the time. A brutal strike, then another. Lucas slumps over, dead.
Oh shit.
Baird arrives a second too late. He doesn't shout. He backs away, eyes calculating. Grodd pushes into Gordivor's ledge, projecting psychic shove. I guess, yeah, two psychic people.
Yeah.
Gordivor counters with the layered barriers, thin but clever, redirecting force sideways. Grodd advances anyway. Gordivor times it perfectly. Focused psychic lance, not lethal by itself, but drives Grodd's footing off the edge. Grodd roars as he falls, smashing through resin ribs below. Drop is long. The end is final.
Damn.
Komaro and Scorch attempt to reposition to the bioreactor spine. A ceiling pod bursts, infested mass pours down. Scorch fires the last thermite burst to clear a pass. It works, but barely, for the heat attracts attention. Spider-Man encounters Tiberius, injured and cornered by the spore creep. Spider-Man webs the creep away. Leorio checks Tiberius' wounds. You're done here. Tiberius nods, ashamed. They leave him with the respirator and move on. Baird rigs a final turret near the bioreactor spine. Komaro and Scorch approach cautiously. The turret opens fires. Scorch tanks the hits and charges. Baird triggers an overload. Komaro dives, shoving Scorch aside somehow. Still don't know how that's possible.
Yeah.
The explosion shreds the column. When the smoke clears, Baird is buried underneath collapsed plating, crushed beyond help.
Rip.
Kamara helps Scorch up somehow. You should forget, she's the robot here.
Yeah, she's the giant robot.
The hive has chosen its last shape. Tiberius tries to reclaim momentum with a flashy charge across the slick bridge. The hive flexes, the bridge narrows. He slips, catches a cable, then the cable tears free from his softened resin. Tiberius drops into Atrium's throat. Where are they?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't specify.
Let's see.
Game & Watch darts through the scenes, dodging blows. Asmongold hurts him towards a narrowing ledge, feints left, then rushes right. The ledge shrinks mid-step. Game & Watch plans to escape. Too late. The ledge pinches, popping him loose into the open air. Ram advance together. Methodical Gordimer layers thin barriers, binds seconds. The atrium steals space. What the heck? Rem feints, Rem strikes the barrier seam. The barrier falls. Gordimer stumbles backwards. There's nowhere left to step. She falls, eyes wide, psychic light guttering out. Scorched armor is scarred, field almost gone. Asmongold stalks him across the red platform. Scorch charges to buy Kamara's space. Asmongold sidesteps, a hook Scorch's leg, then shoves off hard. Scorch crashes, armor falling. Kamara tries to pull him back. Scorch shakes his head once. Asmongold ends it clean.
Swear to God, if Asmongold wins. Kamara attempts a desperate flank. Smart, brave, but the living floor surges. She slips, scrambles, and vanishes into the chasm below. Spider-Man moves first. Webbing anchors, forcing angles. L'Oreal keeps him steady, calling timing. Asmongold waits. He baits the web. Spidey commits. Asmongold cuts the anchor web's mid-swing. He slams into a wall. Stunned, L'Oreal lunges to help. The platform contracts. L'Oreal loses footing. She falls to her death. Spider-Man rises, furious and focused. He charges faster, cleaner. Asmongold meets him head-on. No tricks, just grit. They trade blows. The hive shrieks. The platform narrows to nothing. Asmongold ducks, drives a shoulder and pushes. Spider-Man teeters, tries to stick. The resin peels away underneath his hand, though, and he drops to death below. Well,
I feel like Spider-Man should have won that.
yeah.
Only the twins remain with Asmongold. They don't rush. They surround. I thought it said they're surrounded by him.
Yeah.
One dude. Asmongold is tired and spent. Rem anchors. Rem advances. Perfect timing. Asmongold swings. Rem blocks. Rem strikes, but he falls to one knee. Rem hesitates for a fraction too long. That's not a little accurate. Asmongold surges with everything he has left, slamming Ram back. The floor contracts. Ram goes over. Rem screams and attacks without pause. It's ferocious and reckless. Asmongold braces, absorbs the blow, and counters once. You absorb a fucking mace with your arm.
How?
Rem staggers the platform, and the platform vanishes beneath her feet. The fucking
Oh my God.
infested killed so many people.
I know, the map just killed everyone. That is insane. Fucking Asmongold.
He wins. It's just this
So
fucking
dumb.
random ass streamer.
Yeah.